On my first video clip, I talked about the journey we've been on and our efforts to combat the transmission of COVID-19. In this second brief video clip, I want to talk about the commitment we have to make, the joint commitment we have to make, and what it will take to ensure that that commitment is turned into action. I also want to talk about communication, and not necessarily communication at the worksite. I would like everyone to consider the impact of negative communication, posting in social media that is not supporting what we're trying to do offshore. I think the thing that concerns me the most is not that you're voicing your opinions. I think that's absolutely necessary. But I would like you to take a minute to think about the messages that you post, because as soon as you post them, they can be read by all your loved ones, your colleagues, your family at home. They don't have an opportunity to change what goes on offshore. They can only become anxious. They become concerned about your welfare by your comments. If you want to protect your family and your loved ones, think about it from the mental impact of the communications you may share on social media. I'm well aware that we're not where we need to be, and there are more things we can do to improve our barriers and mitigation of this transmission of this disease. So I want to talk about what we need to do going forward, what commitments we need to make as an industry, as employers, and as employees to be successful in combating COVID-19. In order to continue on our journey successfully and to further reduce the potential for transmission of this disease offshore, we need to work together. We need to commit to work together as employees, employers, trade associations, unions, and the regulator. We've proven in the past that by working together, we can deliver successful outcomes. I don't view COVID-19 as anything different other than the opportunity to have a successful outcome. I would ask that on your specific installations with your own employers, with your work colleagues, you start to really look and assess and identify things that can be put in place to further introduce barriers and mitigate the spread of this disease. These opportunities exist at your workplace. It's very challenging for those of us who sit at our desks at home or sitting in an office to understand how best to improve your work and living place. I ask that you work with your employers, you ask appropriate questions, you recognise the impracticalities of 2 meters distancing in all over your installation. I ask all the employers to over-communicate what you're doing and why you're doing it. If you choose to introduce extra people on your platform, take the time to communicate why, to reduce the anxiety and concerns of those that are core on your platform. And likewise to the employees, if change is happening, don't assume, always ask the questions why, and you will receive an open and honest answer. So to continue this journey, it takes a genuine commitment from everyone involved to fight this COVID-19 as we go forward. And I also want to close with my first message around have concern for those at home who don't know what you do offshore or what's in place offshore, and only get to know of that through what you tell them and what they read. If you want to keep them safe and then reduce their anxiety levels, start to really consider what you're posting or explaining on what's going on. Take a more practical and positive approach, and we'll all beat this together. I'd ask that you play your part. Thank you.